what's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we're playing some D&D Stompy. We have a ton of new amazing cards from the Adventures into the Forgotten Realms set with Werewolf Pack Leader, Ranger Class, Froghemoth, and we're going to test out Neverwinter Dryad as another good one drop for Lovestruck Beast. We can pay 2 to sacrifice it to find a basic 4, so pretty similar to Steve, except it doesn't just come out and sacrifice immediately. You have to pay for it, but it's a 1/1, works with Lovestruck Beast, but it's a 1/1 and works with the Lovestruck Beast, and so we're going to try it out. So Werewolf Pack Leader, one of the main cards that got me excited about the mono green Stompy deck. 2 mana, 3/3, human werewolf, pack tactics. Whenever it attacks, if you attack with total of 6 or power or greater as you're attacking in, you get a draw card. Then you can pay for it to turn it into a 5/3 that gains trample, and it isn't a human anymore. So pretty sweet stuff here, not too shabby. If you have 2 of these onto the battlefield and attack in on turn 4 with the 2 of them, then you get to draw 2 cards. It's really powerful. Ranger Class, 2 mana enchantment, enters the battlefield and you get a 2/2 green wolf creature token. You can pay 2 so whenever you attack, you put a +++ encounter on target attacking creature, so that 2/2 wolf becomes a 3/3 as it attacks in on the next turn. 4 mana, you may look at the top card of your library. Anytime you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. This is a fantastic card. You get value from attacking with creatures, is what we're trying to do all the time anyway, and it's just really, really good. And then on top end, we have just a bunch of hasty creatures: Questing Beast, Froghemoth, and Vorinclex. Froghemoth says 5 mana, 4/4 frog horror, trample and haste. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Put a +++ encounter on Froghemoth for each creature exiled this way, and you gain 1 life for each non-creature exiled this way. So this gets in for tons of damage and potentially becomes a 6/6 or like an 8/8 on the next turn, which is really, really powerful. We also got Lair of the Hydra in the mana base, which is really, really powerful. Be able to just dump a ton of mana into this card to swing in with a massive creature in the late game, which is sweet. Sticking with the snow-covered lands and Faceless Haven because it's just another good threat for us. It lets us use Blizzard Brawl, which is one of the best removal spells, and I like it. I'm also throwing in 1 copy of You Meet in a Tavern, 4 mana sorcery. Choose one, form a party, look at the top 5 cards of your library and reveal any number of creature cards from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest into the bottom of your library in random order. So this has the potential to draw 5 cards for us for 4 mana. We can also still have this card to pump our team by choosing to start a brawl, and it gives +2/+2 to all creatures until the end of turn. So that's basically the deck. So let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay, see how this one does for us, and wish me luck. Before we dive into the gameplay, a quick reminder to hit the subscribe button. I'm already 50 subscribers up for today, and it's 9 a.m. And so I'm really grateful to you guys for subscribing. I love new sets because it brings in lots of new people that enjoy good, fun, janky stuff. And if that's what you like, hit the subscribe button because there's more to come. All right, we are up against Bob, and this is a pretty sweet hand. Wouldn't mind more creatures, but we're on the draw. We have double Lair the Hydra to start the game off with into Werewolf Pack Leader. That is sweet stuff. It looks like we're up against a Obosh deck. Interesting. With Froghemoth, maybe? Ooh, that could be really scary. Swings it for 1. Down to 19. And what else you got going on there? Okay, Mammoth. That's my turn. I forgot to actually bring in a lot of the dual lands or whatever, the modal lands. So I should probably add those in. That would make this better. There's a pack leader. Pretty sweet stuff. Not as good as Lovestruck Beast, though. That is the big issue. Yep, there she blows. All right, play out Snow-Covered Forest. Attack him with Pack Leader. We have our own Lovestruck Beast and Ram Through potentially to play. I'm going to go ahead and actually play this out just as the 5/5. I think to try to get the Great Henge into Ram Through, I think it's our best chance to make sure that we kill a Lovestruck Beast, hit in for lots of damage. We may not have the 1/1 to actually attack in with, but we'll see. Especially with Great Henges. All right, so, oh, this is a little bit awkward. I want to use the Great Henge so bad here, but we can attack in and draw a card if we go with Werewolf. I can play Swarm Shambler, Ram Through, kill Lovestruck Beast, attack and draw a card. Or we can Great Henge. Great Henge is always a really good play, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Great Henge, Ram Through, swing in for 3. Okay, down to 14 past the turn. So they have one creature in their graveyard. We can play out Froghemoth next turn. They're probably going to playing out this Lovestruck Beast. This comes in as a 2/2, unfortunately. Yeah, Great Henge and Lovestruck Beast is a little bit of a nombo to an extent. But I mean, it's still just a 5/5 that blocks stuff, and we can use Blizzard Brawl with it and all that kind of shenanigans, so I still like it. Froghemoth comes in as a 5/5 with Trample and Haste. We can still force him to choose between Werewolf, Pack Leader, and Froghemoth. Oh, they're playing red stuff. Maybe this is... I don't know what this is. That's pretty nice, though. I think that we go ahead and just attack all in. If they want to kill the pack leader, I'm kind of okay with that. We at least get to exile one card and make this a 6/6, which then is, as a 6/6, it's nigh unblockable. They can chump like crazy here if they want to. Blocks a Froghemoth. Down to 6, did not chump at all. Very surprising. And then with Questing Beast, Lovestruck, yeah, we're in good shape. I like it. Stomps there. Good call. Yeah, okay, with Obotch, we'll see if this actually even teamer. Maybe they just had a really awkward first hand with double Lovestruck Beast. Okay, just Gruul. Gruul Obosh plays out Bone Crushy, dude. Sounds grand. I'm pretty sure Questing Beast wins the game here, just straight up for us. So Snow-Covered Forest, Questing Beast with a counter on it. Yeah, that's good stuff. I can go Ranger class, Swarm Shambler. Lovestruck Beast is a good blocker, but we don't actually get attack in with it. And so I think we go Ranger class. I should have gone Swarm Shambler first. See if we could have drawn into another creature to draw with. Okay, attack in. Yeah, let's just draw a card. Questing Beast is the only one. Bone Crusher is the only one that can block Questing Beast, so they're gonna have to probably chump there, or else go to 1. The trade-off is tempting. Yeah, opponent swoops it up. It's like, yeah, that's just too much value. Wow, I like this deck. This deck is sweet. All right, up against Owl Roll, and keep this hand. Not too shabby at all. Pack Leader into Ranger class is... There's something to be said about playing out Ranger class here first. So the reason why I'm debating if it's worthwhile is Ranger class can... I don't know why this is highlighting as an option when it can't be 0. It's kind of funky. Anyway, Ranger class, we can play it out in turn 2 and get a 2/2, and then we spend the next turn leveling up, and we from then on have the level up available, which means that we have more value on board than just the pack leader, but we can also not have to level up on the next turn and spend more mana doing more stuff, doing whatever. Like, that is a better play in a lot of ways. So I think that's what we do. It also dodges removal. It dodges shocks, dodges stompy boys, whatever else. Ram through will hopefully be enough to kill this. I'm actually a little bit more worried about bounce in this matchup. Or them just going crazy before we can get to Great Henge. Ranger class can be really nice to keep making creatures a little bit bigger. Keeps one on top, probably a land. And we can get up to Great Henge a little bit faster that way too. All right, there's a chance for a double shock. Shocks our face, okay. Good sign. Oh, dang it. Now we're out of range to be able to work with this. And the ram through. All right, Ranger class. That's a lot of damage. Goodness. Down to 17 past the turn. So next turn, how can we actually kill this guy? Sprite Dragon number 2. 1 card left. We don't have anything with reach right now. Raking Claws, is that game? All right, good game. They got us good. How about that? Yeah, I mean, that's just, they got the turn 4 win. They had the exactly perfect hand. We're on the draw against that too. We're not gonna win that very often unless we had a Blizzard Brawl. Blizzard Brawl would have helped a ton, but we didn't have it. Up against Thomas, and we will keep this hand. Neverwinter Dryad, let's see how well this works. Right now we have the mana that we need, and so I'm not sure we really are using this for ramp. I think that I like Jasper Sentinel or Gilded Goose a little bit better because we have a higher chance of making sure that we ramp up to stuff. And so we're leading off with Swarm Shambler instead of Dryad. Again, I said I was just testing this one out, and so far I'm not sure I'm really going to be playing it too much. All right, pack leader. Ranger class means that gets us 6 power on board. They probably have Heartless Act here. Can't kill Swarm Shambler. But they can kill the pack leader. Yeah, cool. I guess they can kill this by removing the counter. Okay, Faceless Haven. Let's go ahead and attack in. Okay, Dryad. I could go and grab... I can ramp up right now to make sure we get to Questing Beast. I think we're going to go ahead and play this out. Even if we just get to put level up to these, it's actually pretty nice. And then having the hasty creatures on the top end against a control deck is exactly what we're looking for. Especially more and more ways to put counters on it to dodge Heartless Act. Cultivates. Sultai Ultimatum, still a really great card, and there's a bunch of new cards that are really scary with this now too. Yeah, it's not the land. All right, well, that's fine. So what are we puffing up? Let's, do I want to hold back with this and put a counter there? If they have Shadow's Verdict, it doesn't really matter. So let's just go ahead and swing in for 5, down to 13, past the turn. That's still a decent clock. 1 land, and we have amazing amount of damage to be swinging in with. No creatures in the graveyard. Okay, counters everywhere, so that way if they do target something, we at least get tokens out of it. Hopefully they don't have the Shadow's Verdict or Extinction Event. Plenty of power on our odd-costed creatures, though. Come on, land. Maybe should have sacrificed this earlier. Maybe instead of playing the pack leader there. Because we did have lethal, as long as they didn't kill anything else. So if they have an extinction event, they're probably debating if it's actually worth going for that or if it's better to try ramping up. Or actually, yeah, they'd have to go for some sort of removal there. So good game indeed. All right, up against Flying Pard. Man, we keep getting these Blizzard Brawl werewolves, which I love. Selfless Savior. Yeah, Neverwinter Dryad's pretty bad. The more and more I play it, I'm realizing, nope. I think Gilded Goose or Jasper Sentinel is 100 times better in that spot. Trade-off for sure. Pack leader. And then we have Blizzard Brawl to kill this on next turn. So it's definitely a Winota deck. So getting rid of Selfless Savior, anything else we can get rid of. Yes, I like that plan. I hate this plan. Oh. All right, swings it for 2. All right, pack leader. Get rid of as many creatures as possible. Get a 2/2. Pass the turn. Dryad and sacrifice, get up to mana. I think that's our best play. Winota. Haha. Take that, fool. And opponent skips it up. Sweet. Not too shabby. Yeah, Neverwinter Dryads are feeling quite weak. Like everything else in our decks is feeling super powerful except for this. So do we replace it with the snake or do we replace it with ramp? And I'm kind of leading on maybe more on Stone Cold Serpent. All right, up against John Smith. Keep this. We have had a pack leader every single time. This is awesome. Swarm Shambler, go. Pass the turn. Giant Killer. Well, pack leader luckily isn't that big. No attacks, pass the turn. We actually don't necessarily want to get this too big now. If they played out one Giant Killer, it's probably because they have another one. Not a land. So Blizzard Brawl makes this a little bit awkward. Like a Blizzard Brawl here, it does actually force it to fight. They tap down, they get rid of a card though for it. We spend 2 cards for them to get rid of 1 card and be able to get in for 3 damage. Not worth it. So Ranger class, start growing our guys to get in past this, and that's probably our best play. Mono white is going to be a hard matchup for this deck. Just because of how much indestructible there is, it's ridiculous. But we should do okay by getting up to the big things like Questing Beast, Froghemoth. Those will go crazy in this matchup, oftentimes. Unless they have the Maul the Skyclaves for the first strike and good defenders and all that kind of stuff. That's when it'll be rough. And a lot of lifelink. Apparition. Really? Kills this. I disagree with that being the right choice. Okay, let's go ahead and Blizzard Brawl there. Which means this is indestructible, so we can attack in. I'll let them, if we get rid of another card and with the wolf, I'm totally happy with that here. Yeah. The value that we have here over them is the ability to draw cards with Werewolf Pack Leader, like have the card advantage now. So if they're wanting to get rid of more cards with this Season Hollow Blade right now too, yes. Yes, indeed. I like that much. Stranded Magistrate, okay. Down to 16 and Ranger class. Also being able to attack in and draw is really nice. Luminarch Aspirant. I'll see it is annoying now. Whoa, opponent scoops it up though. All right, sweet. So there's been some people that have like really hyped up how powerful Ranger class is, and I agree that it's a really powerful card, but they were clearly putting on way more threat assessment into this Ranger class than the Werewolf Pack Leader, in my opinion. It is really good, but unless they're actually ramping up, getting there, like they still were actually in the lead, I would say at this point with the Lumeric Aspirant. They kind of had a good stone wall. Of course, not having too many cards means season hallway gets a little bit weird, but we had no good attacks while Alcide of Life's Bounty was out there, and so I think they still had a couple of turns to try to turn things around. Personally, all right, against Turtle 90, and we got a mulligan. Man, we've not found a hand with more than 2 lands like ever. Lovestruck Beast, Swarm Shambler. This could be decent. Keep this. I think we drop Froghemoth because we have Lovestruck Beast for the Great Henge. Paladin class. All right, let's go Snow-Covered Forest. Play Swarm Shambler. Pass the turn. I think this is a better play because we can play, like, put a counter onto Blizzard's Brawl if we need to, that kind of stuff. Okay. Is it worth it to get rid of the cards here? I don't think so. We still have decent blockers. Yeah, this matchup is going to be difficult. I think the best thing we can do, though, is just get up to Great Henge. So hopefully Lovestruck Beast survives, whatever. Do I force him to discard a card? I can use the human here, so it's a little bit less bad. Latest Historian goes to the graveyard. I mean, honestly, that's a pretty great trade-off. All right, so they can activate this to make this as a 4/2. So blocking Swarm Shambler is not quite as good. If I force him doing that instead of playing anything else, though, that might be better. So no attacks past the turn. I'm not going to go in for just one here. And let's hope they don't have any Skyclave Aspirants. Luminarch Aspirant, though. Yeah, that's bad. And Giant Killer when they know we have a Lovestruck Beast to play soon. Interesting. No blocks. All right, Lovestruck Beast. Let's hope we can get to this Great Henge. Please don't have all of the removal, sir. Thank you greatly. Paladin class, I think, is actually a pretty sweet card. Whenever you attack with the last level here, whenever you attack until end of turn, target creature, attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. Yikes. No blocks. Down to 10. We get to get... do we actually get Great Henge? Dang, I was thinking this was less. Oh, cost 1 more because of that. I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, there's Great Henge. That's a very big deal. This is a great blocker now. That's a pretty good draw too. I think I'm needing to chump here. Do I want to put a counter onto this? I don't think so. I think we're just passing turn and jumping. Skyclave Apparition gets rid of Lovestruck Beast. Counter onto Hollow Blade. We chump. We just have to hit creatures and start going off here with this. That's basically the only thing we got going for us. Yikes. Okay, land. You meet in a tavern. How many cards can we draw? We just drew a land, so we should have a really high chance of hitting creatures now. Like a really high chance. That's 4 cards, John. Okay, then. Swarm Shambler. Draw another card. Werewolf. Pack Leader. Draw another card. Sweet. And now we're in great shape. This Season Hollow Blade's still really annoying, but as long as we can draw enough cards to be able to chump or trade, we're okay. No attacks, pass the turn. Vorinclex also gets pretty big here, especially if we find a ranger class to attack in with, put another counter onto it. We can get it to be a 10-10 the turn that we attack. 8 damage. Can we take 8? If they ever find a Skyclave apparition or Skyclave, Maul of Skyclave, then we're in trouble. So we're gonna keep jumping while we can. How much mana does that give us? We're gonna go Questing Beast. We also have Faceless Haven to untap and attack with. They can tap down with Giant Killer. That's fine. They're trying to do it now before they have any more information. I'm fine with that. It's kind of an awkward play instead of just going for Faceless Haven, but I do think that was the right play. It allows us to draw an extra card here, hold up 2 blockers, so even if Giant Killer, we shouldn't die here. That's all I'm trying to say. We get to draw a lot more cards. By a lot, I mean we got an extra one. All right, so they can double block Werewolf Pack Leader. That gets us another 3/3 for a blocker. We'd love that. Down to 11. Their life total's starting to tick down. We're in good shape. Icing Death. Frost Tyrant. Terrifying. Puts counters onto it. Yikes. Let's see if they actually keep attacking with Hollow Blade. They do. Jump. There it is. That's the Ranger class we were looking for. Okay. Not enough to play Ranger class, activate it, and play Vorinclex. So we get it up to an 8/8 with Trample. We attack in. All right, Vorinclex. We're up to 18 now. We've gained a lot of life at this. That's a Blizzard Brawl. Whew, okay, that's great. Draw one more card. Okay, Blizzard Brawl, what do we put it onto? You can't block this anyway. Questing Beast can kill anything, which is nice. This enters the battlefield, and does it equip immediately? Okay. We kill... Yeah, we kill Icing Death with Questing Beast. I should have gone Pack Leader, actually, because that's the one thing they could actually trade off with, but now they might actually want to. Draw card. I was hoping for another 1-drop there. They're probably going to have to block with a Skyclave apparition, which gives us another blocker, though. So that's 3 chances, and our life total's still at 18. Like, we should be okay. Down to 3. Kill all of their dudes. Get a 3/3 here. They can attack and tap down a creature. Yeah, I feel good. I feel great. Blade Historian. That would be lethal. We blocked though. Whew. All right, we're good. Oh, I'm glad I didn't actually misclick there. That actually could have been quite terrifying. All right, so unfortunately right now the stats aren't working with MTG Assistant, but if you guys want to check out MTG Assistant, it's still a great thing. Typically, it keeps track of all your gameplay, your stats, all that stuff. Check out link down description below. Because it's a brand new set and Wizards never actually released a lot of the cards for this stuff, it didn't come out in time, but whatever. You guys want to help check it out, it helps support the channel a ton with a free download. So this deck was sweet. We went 6-1 with the deck, so 6 games out of 7. I don't know the stats in that, but it seems like it's got to be pretty legit. Sorry, no, was it 5-1? So 5-1, sorry, 5-1. So we won all but one of the games out of 6. All right, this deck was sweet. I liked it. Vorinclex, I actually think I might want one more copy. Great Henge was sweet. It did make Lovestruck Beast a little bit awkward, but Lovestruck Beast is still just a really busted, powerful card. It is really hard to kill, and so it's super, super good. I'm interested to see what else happens there. Okay, Neverwinter Dryad, though, gotta go. It was awful. It was awful the whole time. Jasper Sentinel, maybe as a 2 or 3 of, and I think Snake, Stonecold Serpent would be really good here as well. It's just a powerful card. We can throw mana into everything. To an extent, Lair of Hydra kind of takes the place of Stonecold Serpent of like throwing all your mana into something at times. I actually might have missed lethal a couple of times, not even thinking that I had Lair of the Hydra to attack in with, but it is really good. I need to get used to having creature lands that aren't Faceless Haven, you know? Because it does kind of like blend in with all the other forests sometimes. Yeah, the deck was good. I love having all the hasty stuff on the top end. We never really got to see the power of Froghemoth. The one time I attacked in with it, it got traded off with because it was going to get out of hand and be really powerful, be really good. And so it still did exactly what we wanted to. And so it's a really powerful card. I'm not sure if it's a 4 of. It probably comes down to a 2 of, and I think what you do is you play a full play set of Jasper Essential, take out Dryad, and play 2 copies of Stonecold Serpent. I think that's what it is. 2 or 3 copies. Vorinclex should still be pretty high. Great Henge can probably come down a little bit just because we have Lovestruck Beast in these ones, but it doesn't always come out super cheap. It's still such a good card though. So good with Werewolf Pack Leader and Ranger class. And then you just end up having so much card draw, so much card advantage. And then having this many hasty creatures actually is really scary, like really good, because there's lots of board wipes in the format, lots of extinction events and Shadow's Verdicts, whatever else. And then just having a top end full of hasty creatures. So maybe you don't trim on Froghemoth. We didn't find it all the time, but every time that we had hasty creatures, it put enough pressure on the opponent that like it forced them to make difficult plays. And so, man, that's really, really powerful. I think creature lands kind of add to that a little bit as well, like also just having an extra creature to be attacking in with to get in for 4 or more damage, you know? So this deck is sweet. Absolutely loved it. Super powerful stuff. I think this will be maybe the low end of top tier. I'm not sure. It needs to be fine tuned to actually see what the best decks in format are going to be after this. But if you're trying to rank up right now while everything is still trying to kind of in the air, I think these new cards are powerful enough to get you ranking up like crazy with this one. So definitely check this deck out. Links on the description below for all that and the deck list, whatever. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.